Okay.
And you're also being vlogged right now.
Is that okay?
He's doing his
Is it okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Am I gonna be famous?
Yes.
Oh, all right. You're like an influencer or something like
Yeah,
that?
big time.
I,
You've not heard of me
yet.
yet.
Okay. So hey guys, welcome to my kibbutz, Kibbutz Nir Yitzhak. My name is Hila Berlichevsky. I've been living in this kibbutz for the past 22 years, and ever since I met my amazing husband in the biggest, largest matchmaking office in Israel, which is the army. And ever since we raising together 3 kids.
You're gonna meet them today.
You're gonna meet them. I wouldn't say who they are, so they won't tell me, your kids are not polite. אבל, yeah, you're gonna meet them. And I want to tell you a little bit about October 7th, what happened here before we can go to see the kids, to meet the kids. So, as Ravit told you, the reality of us was living under rocket attack like for the past 20 years. Okay, we were living like that. We had 15 seconds to run to the shelter. Think about, you see me walking with my bike, like riding on the bike. Think about 15 seconds that you have. This is why we have so many shelters that you see. I mean, you can see that we have every 102 meters shelter. It's not for the appearance of it, even though it looks amazing.
This one is painted, so it sticks out, but the other ones are not painted. Like that one
Not
over
fun.
there next to the tree, that's also okay, like the big cube.
Yeah.
That's also a shelter.
Yeah.
This one is painted,
So we had to have shelters like in each and every 100, 200 meters.
And the kids know to run.
And the kids know, the kids, I mean, there's like I tried to translate it to you in English, but there's a song, the kids, like a rhythm, like a baby rhythm that the kids chant. Like, I don't know, let's say for example, you have the, I don't know, nursery kids. Yes, like nursery songs for kids. Rhymes. So we have like, red alert, let's get hurry to the shelter. My heart is pounding, my body is shaking, but I am strong and I am happy. It's like a translate. I'm trying to translate it.
Sing it.
בואו נמהר, לממ"ד נרוץ מהר, הלב שלי רועד בום 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 בום, הלב שלי פועם בום 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 בום, הגוף שלי רועד בום 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 בום, אני חזק, אני אמיץ, something like that. And this is a song that my kids, I have a 12-year-old son, he used to sing it like when he was 3-year-old. And their pretended play in those kindergartens was one kid shout and scream Tseva Adom, which is like red alert, like the sound of the alert, and all the other kids have to run and hide.
because just for clear, here in the Otef area, like closest to the border, the sound is not a siren that goes up and down. It's a Tseva Adom. Tseva Adom. That's the sound that you hear when it's.
What is that? I'm sorry to interrupt. What's that noise?
The army taking care of us during Gaza.
That's in Gaza you
This is
hear.
what you can hear
that's-
during
That's
the
Gaza.
day.
Oh.
And at night it even gets worse.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes. I mean, if you would come to my house, you can see that all of my walls are like broken, cracked because of the sound, the vibration of the sound. So on October 7th morning, it was. You probably heard a lot of stories, but this is what I told Ravi, that each and every person has its own October 7th story because it affected everyone like differently. And in my kibbutz, we have a security team of 15 people. I would say that 9 out of the 13 people that were on the same day were dead. Were killed during October 7th. And when you volunteer now with kids, you will see kids that you would see 6 kids that their dad was killed on October 7th. You would see kids that their both uncles were killed on October 7th, which is like insane. You would see kids that were on a funeral of their fathers, of their friends' fathers, like when they're 10 years old. It's unreal. And so on October 7th day, the first person that ran to the gate was Oren Goldin. He saw that our factory at the entrance of the kibbutz was burning, and he thought that like a rocket fell on the factory. So he ran to see if there's anyone to save, to someone that locked there. And while he's running, he got shot. He was the first person that got killed. He left his house at the entrance of the kibbutz. He left his wife with his 2 little twins. There were 2 by the time, and the terrorists just ran to the same place he was, and they started to attack the house. They threw grenades to the house. They ripped everything. I mean, they ripped the wall. They tried to open the safe room with hammers and axes and everything they had. And his brave wife held the door for 12 hours and saved his 2 little twins. You're gonna meet them probably on if they're probably gonna be on a tour on a tour, like walking, and I can show you them. And when he got killed, we had Tal Chaimi and Lior Odayev that heard on the radio that he's not responding. So they rushed to the entrance of the kibbutz to see what happened, and they saw 2 of them dealing more than 60 terrorists, 60 armed terrorists against 2 people. And I want to tell you, to give you like an idea about our security team. It's people like you, okay? Like you, and like you. Not like 20 years old that are fit, that are like doing push-ups every day. Dads, and even grandparents. And so they are not able to run fast or to. There's been a long time
since they've been
been in the army, okay? Like I'll put it
or
like,
even been in the reserve army. Yeah.
yes. So and you're not used to it, because every time, I mean, the security team, they know that they have 20 seconds to hold the gate until the army will come, okay? But I don't need to tell you that the army didn't come. And so Tal Chaimi got shot. Lior Odayev, which is like he's a medic. He used to be our medic of the kibbutz. He was volunteering in Mada, driving the ambulance, and he rushed to him, and he was 60 years old. Okay, he tried to grab him and to evacuate him to a safe place. By doing that, he got shot by himself. Their both bodies were kidnapped to Gaza. We didn't know at first that they were bodies, and we just knew that they kidnapped to Gaza. After, of course, not at the same moment. And 4 other security teams members that were rushed to see what happened got killed, one by another, at different points in the kibbutz. But I wanna give you this idea that the terrorists knew exactly. That the terrorists knew exactly where they're going. They knew exactly where the houses of the security team members. They knew exactly where the head of the security team member was. They went directly to his house. His house is not on the way. They went directly to his house and bombed it like as hard as they can. For our luck, we didn't have none of the houses here were burned. Only cars and shades, and they trying to burn also the cow shed, but they didn't make it. and they just opened the gates and let the cow roam free. I don't know. I don't think it's because of humanitarian reasons. Forgive me if I'm wrong. So they went directly straight to our head of the kibbutz, the secretary of the kibbutz. They know exactly where she lived, okay, where she lives, and they marked like a big red cross on her house, and saying something like dead bitch or something like that, like in Arabic. They knew exactly what they're doing and where they're going. And so after a fight of 4 hours, more than half of our security team members were killed. The other half that were trying to protect us went back to their homes to protect their family, because they understood that it's like David and Goliath, you can handle 60, 100 terrorists when you just have your rifle, like your long rifle, not even like nothing. And at the same time, I was with my husband and my family, my 3 little kids. At the time, they were 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 9-year-old. And we were at the shelter for 14 long hours waiting to be saved. The terrorists came to my house. They tried to open the door, but someone called them in Arabic, and they continued walking. I mean, we were lucky. And during that time, I always feel hard to say it. Well, people were burning in their houses, but we didn't have anything to drink and to eat for 14 hours. And my little son fainted in the safe room. And I told that before, but the only thing I could give him to drink was his own pee, his urine, because he didn't have anything. I mean, think about the situation is that you know that you're locked in your house, and you can't do anything. I mean, you see, here are not houses, but those are the houses, okay? Think about, let's say, for example, this is my house, for example, and my husband's parents live in that house, okay? This is like the ratio. The terrorists went into my husband's house. For 4 hours, they've been trying to open the door, shoot at the door, bomb the door, and they couldn't open it. They had their rifles were jammed on this occasion. But think about that we're like, we can walk to their house and save them, but we can't. So I remember that period of time like as the most hardest time, because we were sure that my little kids' grandparents are gonna be dead. We never even thought about the kidnapping thing, We never even thought about that. We had a family that was kidnapped, Clara Merman, her boyfriend and her sister and her husband and their daughter. 5 members of our kibbutz family were kidnapped alive, and Tal, Chaimi, and Yodayev, their bodies returned on the last day of the releasing of the hostages. And Tal Chaimi and Oren Golding, the one that was killed at the beginning, they were relatives. It means that my kid's friend, his name is Asaf, his uncle Oren Golding was dead, and his uncle Tal Chaimi was dead. Think about that Tal's sister married to Oren's brother, so those kids doesn't have uncles anymore. And I think this is like the main idea of what happened here. It was after that, of course, we were evacuated to Eilat, and it's been like a never endless shiva. Each and every moment, not even a day, each and every moment you heard about someone else that got killed, that kidnapped. And because we're such a small community,
This is not shooting, guys. This is not.
Hammering.
No, that's they're
doing something,
they're
building something.
If you're not running, we're not running.
And so let's get going. If you have any
Wait,
questions,
כן, רגע.
no.
I like it's 10 a.m. You're hearing this beautiful kibbutz, and you're hearing horrible stories from Mila, and we make it seem like it's like the most usual thing to do, like start your day with these kind of horror stories. But this is, as Hila said, this is reality, you know, and for these kids, it's the reality, and you're gonna see them in a bit. They're gonna look like normal kids. They're gonna run. They're gonna scream. They're gonna wanna do everything, or they're gonna not wanna do anything, such as kids do. But our goal is to try to make them feel like we care and that we came for them. You know, you don't have to ask them anything. You can have them ask you. Maybe in Hebrew, maybe in sign language, like doing sign, you know, or you can ask them what's your name or what did they like to do in school. You don't have to get into the family things. But you know, like just being kids, like get in touch with your inner child and try to, to think about that. And then, like, this kibbutz looks normal now. It looks like it. We just have to work to make the hearts feel the same, you know? And so we're gonna walk there.
Sure.
Okay. So we're gonna walk to the little מרכזון. אפשר אחרי זה, כי זה לא קריטי.
Yeah. Okay, so we will go.
Can I ask first?
Sure.
Thank you for sharing your story.
Of course.
When you were in for 14 hours, were you able to communicate on cell phones or anything?
So we didn't have reception for a lot of time. We didn't have electricity for a lot of time.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what happened to the other communities. I want to tell you something. I have a friend from Tzelim, which is another kibbutz that didn't that wasn't affected, and I have a friend from Be'eri. We have a WhatsApp group together, and my friend from Be'eri, she wrote us, you don't get it. We have tourists in my kibbutz, and I wrote, listen, Reuma, I think we have also. I'm not sure. And she said, no, I think we do have. Now, when I say we have tourists in the kibbutz, we thought maybe 2, 3, 5 top. I mean, not like 2,000 when they have in Be'eri, or like 200 what we had in Nir Yitzhak. And she said, and she wrote to me, and we just write to her, is everything okay? Maybe you're gonna find yourself a new husband because she was divorced. I heard them, they look much better than the Israelis, something like that, you know, in fun, and you know, making fun. And she wrote me back, okay, I'll let you post it. I don't know what's going on, because her kids were with her divorce with her husband, okay, in their house. And by the end of the day, we will discover that her boy, he was 16 years old. He was shot to death in the safe room, and her daughter, she was 12 years and a half, just like my son, was kidnapped alone to Gaza, and her daughter was there for 50 days alone by herself, and she has only 2 kids.
Which family?
Reuma
רוסי, ז'רנצקי, טרשנסקי.
Tarshensky, something like that.
And
It's
what
really
happened
hard.
to the husband, to the dad?
So it's like a difficult story, because they jumped out of the window of the safe room, and his son couldn't jump because he was asthmatic, and because they burned the house and he couldn't function. So his dad just jumped and he said, I'm gonna call for help. But by the time that he came back, he couldn't come back, you know. I mean, it was like terrorists all over. I mean, I can't blame him, you know.
Yeah.
And so he was
He
like,
did what he thought.
Dad, and he jumped out of the window and ran and hid in the bushes. and his daughter was being kidnapped, like 2 seconds after. And when he was interviewed, what happened? What happened to Gali? I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know. I can't remember. I mean, for about maybe a week, they didn't know even what happened to her. They thought maybe she was dead.
And what happened
was kidnapped.
to the mother? And to the mother, what happened?
She was safe. I mean, they were in different homes. Be'eri, it's like it's the largest kibbutz in the area. I mean,
One of the
so
richest also.
one can live here and one can live on the other side of the kibbutz. So it's like a big. It's also, I mean, they wanted to affect Be'eri because they
Was a
knew
symbol.
exactly
Was a symbol.
to hurt like the richest
Also
kibbutz, the largest
Plaza
kibbutz,
was
and
there, like,
so.
You're probably gonna have a lot of questions, and there's not, as you said, there's thousands of stories of October 7th, and then after, it's an ongoing war. But we're gonna walk to the Merkazon.
So you're gonna meet kids from ages from 1st grade
Yeah.
till 6th grade, okay? And they're divided into 3 groups: 1st and 2nd, 3rd and 4th, and 5th and 6th. Now, 5th and 6th are the most troublemakers there. I mean, it's like
They
I don't
have
wanna do that.
character, they have character, they know what to do, they know what they want to do, they know also what they don't like to do or don't want to do. So we'll see how the what's the atmosphere, okay? So maybe they would want to do what we prepare, and maybe they don't. So if they want to do that, great. If not, we can think about something
Yeah, I
else, or
think
we
that-
can leave them be.
I think that they prepared that they thought of making a challah with you because it's Friday and
Tomorrow is Friday, yeah.
Tomorrow is Friday. So let's get going. I just grab my bike.